Yo, what up, what up, what up, man? Welcome back to another banger, man. What's up with y'all, man? Hey, this is the first video with the camera. It's the first video with the camera, man. We're gonna do a story time today on this one. I'm kind of excited because I've been really kind of just, on YouTube trying to figure out how to work the camera, how to set up the settings and all that. So I'm definitely excited, man, to just really create some stuff for y'all. I said in the last video that I was gonna do a story time about how I got my iPhone, my first iPhone. It was a horrible experience just on the fact that one, I had to order it. Two, I had to order it to the house. I couldn't pick it up in store, which was even weirder because the phone had just came out. It was this phone right here. It was a 13 Pro Max, the iPhone, and the one I had. Let me go back to the beginning of how this all happened in the first place. This was, I think, around 2022. It was towards the end of COVID. COVID had just ended, and I was working when I was doing carpet cleaning, and the phone at the time that I had was a LG. It was an LG VQ Thin 40. I think that's what it's called. And the phone, it was one of those phones that flips open. And by far one of the best phones that I've ever had in my life. It was loud. The battery lasted longer. It was brighter in the daytime. Like it blew Apple out of the water altogether. Like it just, and the phone had just came out too. So I was like, yeah, let me go and get that. Well, the phone, one day while I was cleaning, I was cleaning up somebody's house. I had to go and give the customer, what is it called? It's at the tip of my tongue. The invoice, for the bill. And so out of nowhere, the phone just freezes. I'm like, I ain't never had a phone just free. Like it just froze. I couldn't restart it, couldn't turn it off, couldn't do none of that. So long story short, I go to T-Mobile. I was like, hey, my phone, I just got this phone. I haven't even had the phone a year yet. I was like, I just got the phone. It died on me. It froze on me. I can't even turn it off. I can't restart it. Can't do nothing. It was like, okay, boom, we'll give you another one. I was like, bet. I get the second phone, same phone, but just the second one. And I want to say maybe a few weeks go by. Boom, that one freezes. I was like, okay, so now it's starting to get weird. I'm like, okay, now what is really going on with the phone? So I go back to T-Mobile for the third time, and this is when the iPhone was just being announced for the 13 Pro Max to come out. So I went to T-Mobile. I was like, hey, this is the second phone y'all gave me. The phone is still freezing. I don't know why. They were like, okay, well, because since this one, did this one, we'll give you a third one for free. I was like, bet. So, was it free? I don't remember. But I got the phone the third time, same thing. So I'm like, okay, what in the world is going on with LG? I've always had LG phones, always loved them. They always been great. And I didn't know the fact that phone was so good and it just went out on me was hurtful because it was a really good phone. You could really multitask. You could watch videos, movies. Like the case was a screen. And so you'll put your phone on the other side and you'll close it. So you have two screens. And you could really like do a lot of things. Like you can watch Twitch on one side, watch YouTube, or you can watch a movie, or you can literally do so many things with the phone. And I'm honestly thinking about going back to Android because Apple is not what I expected. I know, like everything that I anticipated, I did not do. I didn't get. I regret getting Apple just because like it's just overrated. If I'm being honest, Apple is overrated. So many people love Apple because it's simple. You don't have to really use your brain that much. It's boring. It is so boring. So I go back to T-Mobile and be like, hey, let me just get the iPhone, bro. Just to, because at the time a lot of people that really did business, really, everybody had iPhones because, like I said, it's simple. You don't have to really do much, and so I was like, let me get an iPhone. So I ordered a gold 13 Pro Max iPhone, and it was supposed to come in maybe like a week. I think within a week. So my mom, I had it delivered to her house because we moved, but she still had the older house. So they didn't have the phone in store to be picked up, which is kind of weird. Why would you not have a phone to be picked up in the store? So that was the first kind of red flag for having an iPhone. So I had to get the phone ordered to the house, and I think the time, I don't remember if it was a week or not, but the time came around to me getting the phone being delivered. My mom says, hey, I got a notification that the phone is being delivered. She said it should be by noon. So you might want to go and, go check on it. She's like, you might want to get up now and do it. Because I live 20 minutes away. So she was like, you might want to get up now and do it. She used to always like kind of push me to get up and do stuff. So I was like, all right. So I get there. And I ended up going the back way into the neighborhood. So I'm coming up a long street that kind of curves like that. And as I'm coming around the curve, there's a kid. Now, mind you, the neighborhood I lived in was the suburbs. Like, it was 98% safe. It was 98% safe. I grew up in the neighborhood since 2005. And we finally left that neighborhood, I want to say I came back from college. And I stayed there about 3 or 4 more years before I finally got my first apartment. So maybe like 2016, 2017, that's when I left. And then, we all kind of left, that neighborhood. But there was only 2 incidents in that neighborhood ever since I've lived there. And they weren't even that bad. So as I'm coming around the curve, a white kid is just walking, and he's the only one in the neighborhood, but he's walking real suspicious like. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, something's not right about that kid, because he like his body language was off, like he did something. So I get to the house, and when you pull up to the house, there's like a kind of like a lowercase J walkway up to the door. And along the wall is like a bush, like it just goes all the way up to the door, and then across is a bigger bush. Now, because like I said, we moved, the house was vacant, so the bushes grew. So you kind of have to like see through the bushes to see the box on the ground. So I walk to the door, I pick up the box. The box is empty. I'm like, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Like, come on, man. What Boosie say? Come on, man. Like, come on, man. So I pick up the box. The box is empty. I'm pissed. I'm calling my mom like, hey, I'm here. The phone is gone. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the box is empty. The box is open. Somebody took the phone. So she's like, okay, well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna call T-Mobile. We're gonna get it situated. I was like, all right, whatever. While I was looking for the phone, I lifted up the mat on the ground. There was a FedEx envelope there. It had my name on it. I'm like, what is this? Bro, I forgot I had ordered a new debit card. That debit card sat there for a month. That debit card was there for a month. Thank God nobody picked it up because I'd have been screwed. So I had that. I was like, okay, that's crazy. So I got that, and I want to say maybe a few days go by, and we're calling T-Mobile. T-Mobile tried to make me pay for the phone. The phone that was stolen from me, they tried to make me pay for it. And so that went on for like almost 3 months. And my mom was not having, like, anybody that knows my mama, she's very cutthroat. She's very thick-skinned. Like, she's very no nonsense. So at first she was like, hey, you know, this is what's going on. We want to, you know, get this off of his, you know, his bill and his name. And they wouldn't give me, I don't remember what they did. They didn't have the phone in the color that I wanted. Basically, they didn't have the spec that I ordered anymore. For some reason, even though the phone just came out, they didn't have the spec that I ordered. So there was like, okay, well, you know, we'll get it, you know, situated. We'll get it figured out. They never did. They never got it figured out. And we caught them a good handful of times. The first few times, my mom was real calm and professional with them. She used a professional voice, you know, like, you know, people be at work, because she worked in corporate. So after that, she flipped the lid on them. She was like, look here, y'all gonna stop playing. Y'all need to have this taken off, or you know, we actually, well, she never did, but she was gonna go to the news about it, because they would not take it off my bill and my name for the life of me. They would not do it. So I forgot how it played out, but we never went to the news about it, which I wanted to real bad. Honestly, I really wanted to, but we never did. And somehow I just never paid for the phone on my bill. So it was, I don't even remember how it ended, but I didn't pay for the phone anymore, and I ended up just getting another phone, which is, you know, this one right here. It's just a basic charcoal, you know, grayish, you know, phone. And yeah, that's how that went. But yeah, I was pissed because that was not one. That's why I don't order things, because one, I don't like waiting on stuff to come in. Just this year, I've had issues with orders that I order off Amazon, and it's just like it was just a headache. So I'm not a fan of ordering things offline and then having to wait for it to come through. I'd rather just go to the store and pick it up. Just like with the camera, I went to the store, it was there, boom, picked it up, we're good. Instead of ordering on Amazon and having to wait, I'd have never had this video. So, you know, I'd rather go in, get it right there, so I ain't gotta worry about it no more. But yeah, man, that was my experience with iPhones, man. I'm not a fan of Apple. I wanted to see what the hype was about, and it was just like it just wasn't it, bro. I'm thinking like I'm finna FaceTime everybody. Cause all my friends had iPhones. They was always FaceTime each other, iMessages, all that. I'm like, cool. Everybody was like, you need to get your iPhone so you know you can talk to us, FaceTime, all that with the woo. I was like, bet. Dry. I don't talk to nobody. I'm like, I wasted all that money. And the craziest part about it, the phone, the LG phone, last year I bumped into a guy that had the exact phone that I had. And his was still working. I'm like, how was your phone still working? I had 3 phones back to back to back that did not work. And he was just like, man, it's just, you know, it just stayed good for me. And he loves that phone. He had that phone to this day. And it was such a that was such a dope phone. Honestly, I'm team Android. I like the advanced technology that Androids have. I don't care. I don't care for the green bubbles. Like, what's the point? What's the point of the green bubbles? Like, I literally had people. Like, I've seen people's character behind green bubbles. I'm just like, and they're serious about it. And I'm just like, there's no way you're like this right now. There's no way this is who you are. I know people that wouldn't date other people because they didn't have an iPhone, and that's a true story. That is a true story. And I'm just like, come on, bro. So, yeah, man. Now I'm stuck with Team Apple. I have the headaches of all headaches with this phone. I can't. If you got a bill that's, or like an app or something, or a subscription that's due, it's man, there's so many loops to get it taken care of, man. I'm just like, I just went through it last night. I'm like, I'm over this. So, that's gonna be it for this video, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed that. I know it's a lot of y'all that have iPhones. Let me know down in the comment section how you feel about Apple and the new phones that came out, compared to, you know, Android and all this. You know, let me know down in the comment section. Also, let me know what other kind of videos y'all want to see. And man, I just want to. Yeah, I'm excited, man, to have a camera now. So I'm really inspired to just really put out some videos for y'all, man. So that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, share this video, share the channel with your friends, your mama, your granny, your pet, the mailman, the milkman, all them. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one.